Good morning and welcome to the 9th meeting in 2022 of the Local Government Housing and Planning Committee. I remind all members to ensure their devices are on silent. First item on our agenda this morning is Stage 2 consideration of the Visitor Levy Amendment Scotland Bill. And unfortunately, we are in fact not able to take this item of business this morning as it came to our attention yesterday that beginning Stage 2 today would have been in breach of Rule 9.5.3a of the Parliament's Standing Orders. Under that rule, the minimum period that must elapse between the day in which Stage 1 is completed and the day on which Stage 2 starts is 12 sitting days. The Stage 1 finished on the 9th of February and there have only been the 19th of February, and there have only been 7 sitting days between that day and this. So I seek agreement from members to defer this item to our next meeting. Are we all agreed? We're all agreed. Thank you. And my apologies to all those involved for the short notice of this change to our business this morning. We now turn to agenda item 2, which is the formal consideration of 4 negative instruments: non-domestic rates, levying and miscellaneous amendments, Scotland Regulations 2026, SSI 2026/68, non-domestic rates, retail, hospitality and leisure relief, Scotland Regulations 2026, SSI 2026/69, non-domestic rates, transitional relief, Scotland Regulations 2026, SSI 2026/70, and council tax dwellings and part residential subjects, Scotland Amendment Regulations 2026, SSI 2026/72. Do any members have comments on any of these instruments? Megan.
Thank you very much, Convener. And I wish to speak on the SSI non-domestic rates, levying and miscellaneous amendments Scotland Regulations 2026. And if I can refer members to the letter that was sent to you, Convener, on the 18th of February from Scottish Land and Estates. Scottish Land and Estates are asking committee to suspend voting on an upcoming SSI on the withdrawal of the Small Business Bonus Scheme relief from most sporting rate liabilities as announced in the Scottish Budget for 26-27. Scottish Land and Estates have cited within the letter itself that their primary concern is not with the policy itself, but how it's been developed. They don't feel that there has been sufficient consultation with the rural sector on the withdrawal of SBBS relief for sporting rates. There are concerns in relation to the impact that this particular proposal could have on the rural sector, such as food production, deer management capacity, tax liability without sporting activities, environmental land management and biodiversity positive practices could be put under pressure. I do believe with the evidence that they've brought forward to committee and of course other policies that have been introduced elsewhere, such as the family farm tax and unintended consequences that could be resulted from the policy being brought in. We don't want to see any repeats that could harm the sector. Scottish Land and Estates have been quite clear that they wish for evidence to be taken. I think that is entirely wise given the complexity of the issue. Therefore, I seek committee's permission to perhaps invite the Minister back to committee so we could take evidence on this to make sure there aren't any unintended consequences for our rural sector. Thank you.
Thanks very much Megan. Are we all agreed that we invite the Minister to come back to committee to help us understand this particular SSI and the approach that the government has taken? Okay, we're content on that. And then is the committee agreed that we do not wish to make any other recommendations on the other 3 instruments? We're all agreed. Thank you. I now close the meeting.